Wilson.
Welcome to Wizards Outlook. Tough loss for the Wizards. Very close game. The Knicks hold them off late, 112-8. Got a really big night from Kyle Kuzma. They finished with 40. Jalen Brunson, huge from New York. But just late, there were moments where defense got them in trouble. We saw in the third quarter, the Knicks kind of took control. The Knicks even started the fourth quarter off strong. Credit Washington for fighting back, but those little laps to catch up to you at the end. Cardell, we'll start with you. Just your thoughts on how this game ended and just how it got to that point.
Yeah, shot selection, and Jalen Brunson just controlled the pace. He controlled the flow of the game. It wasn't just a scoring, man. He knew when to run. He knew when to push the pace. He knew when to slow it down. He knew when to get guys the shot, and he knew when to get his. And he kept the Wizards off balance all day, all game defensively. And that's what, he might as well call it what it is. He's playing at all-star level. That's what all-star level point guards do. And to me, he was really the difference in the game. And then obviously the bad shot selection, lasted good shot selection lasted one game, and we right back to normal, man. 13 of 42 from deep, man, 31%. That ain't gonna get it done, man, especially in the close game. You lose by 4. If you just shoot the ball better, those are points. And then it's a totally different ball game. They couldn't do nothing with Julius Randle. He bullied them inside. Kuz had a great night. Obviously, 40.7, 7 assists, 51% from the field, 40% from 3. You can't really say nothing negative about his night. He balled. He balled. Porzingis, I know he got going in the 4 from 3-point range. I just feel like he settled too much, man. They can say he shot 50%, but overall, you shoot 6 from 19, man. That can be better. Jordan Goodwin was off, and Rui, had off night. But that's what I mean by you got to be able to feel when you don't have it from deep, and try to get close to the basket and take more high percentage shots. And then with the high percentage shots, you also in position to follow your shot, get an offensive board in case you miss, in case you off. Which helps your cause, man. So I just feel like overall the Knicks played smart. Got the shot out Manuel quickly. John Carroll, he did his thing off the bench, man. But I just think they played more poised and smarter throughout most of the game. They were able to control the game, and that's why they pulled out the victory. Talking about the Knicks.
Right.
Yeah, this game was definitely one above the shoulders. Like Cardell pointed out, man, the Wizards just kind of shot themselves in the foot, with their decision-making and shot selection. On paper, they only had 7 turnovers, which is amazing, but those bad shots and those empty possessions, man, it kills you in a 4-point game. And then when the Knicks made that push late to get that double-digit lead, it was just too much to overcome. So, this is one of those games where, you just gotta lay it at the feet of the guys on the floor, man. They just have to be smarter. This is a game they could have won, So the only negative was, their defensive lapses and the shot selection. You clean up those two things a little bit, and we having a different conversation right now. But kudos to the Knicks, man. Jalen Brunson, he ran the show. Julius Randle, he imposed his will. Quickly gave him a nice punch off the bench. It was a good team effort, man. But the Wizards, they tried to fight back at the end. Kuzma, he had a hell of a game. But yeah, man, you got to stay solid for 48 minutes. This is the NBA. You can't give teams more opportunities to bury you, because 9 times out of 10 they're going to take advantage of them, and that's what we saw tonight.
Yeah, just the handle of shot selection. Why was so damaged tonight? During both of the Knicks runs in the second half, it was long shots, long rebounds, runouts. I feel like almost all Quickly's points came off bad Wizard shots. where he shot. We saw him in transition. It's like a blur down court and one. Just off of bad threes.
Just real quick, Wilson. 19-9 fast break points made. 19-9.
And again, I can't go back. I don't have anyone to review that for me. I'm sure you guys would agree. It felt like they were off of bad 3-pointers. Bad 3-pointers, and they were shot out of cannon. Somebody like a -50. He lives for transition. The last thing you want in the world, and again, like you guys both said, they will move on. Once you control the game, if he has such a good hold and command on the game, you can't afford like those bad shots killed you. You couldn't afford it, and it jump started both runs, and you weren't able to withstand it. The Knicks didn't shoot good from the free throw line. They didn't shoot that well from three, but they didn't keep jacking up the threes. They were getting twos that led to threes, the old-fashioned way, the old school boring way, and it got them a dub. Player of the game for you guys?
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was very easy. X Factor. And that drive, I couldn't contain myself in here. It was just a ferocious finish. Like I felt bad for all parties involved. And again, I hate to go back to this, but you had to tell this dude on the court. 3, 4, 5 rebounds is a hit. It's not it. I'm just saying, like, in a game like tonight, it kind of plays a difference. That's all I'm saying. I'm not asking to change. Just saying, I know folks are excited about the late threes. I would have been cool with 12 more boards, but hey, who am I? It doesn't matter. Get to some of these comments before we get out of here. Michael Kirksey typed this when it happened. Popped the trunk, shaking my head. God, Randall. Yeah.
Gav got to find a way to stay on his feet, man. Like, if you're going to get embarrassed like a man, don't you know? He get embarrassed when it's like, go ahead, Wilson. I'm going to get his man.
Yeah.
You got to stay on the feet.
You might. All right. Game on the line twice, and the coach makes us play for Kuz. What type of stuff is that? Were y'all upset when Kuz came off the curl and Juice Randle fouled him? A couple plays before that. 2, just because you come off the curl doesn't mean you have to pull it. Like, y'all gotta stop.
Who said Ansel told him to shoot that? Who said he drew it up that way? Guys go away from plays all the time and just take shots, man. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know that we ain't in their huddle, so you can't assume that. But if he makes no shots, you're not saying that.
I was going to say, just going off the shot selection, shall we, over the course of this season, we have no idea what plays actually being called, what's being followed to a T. That's all I'm saying. Because I feel like most of the crap some of these dudes do, ain't nobody brought them. They felt like
there's no coach can't do that.
Man, that's all I'm saying. KP got hot a little too late. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Again, for me personally, where were you when Mitchell Robinson was lording over the paint for a half?
That's what happens when you sit out games. The rhythm goes and you got to work to get it back. And it's always, instead of maintaining, it's always up and down. That's why he's getting trouble for most games. Then he finally got his rhythm back. It's hard to get your body in mode when somebody else is consistently already ready to go. That's why you need to play every game. You know what I mean? But I'm just an old head hate. It is what it is.
Not to mention, you miss a game and come back against these jokers, all they want to do is hit you. From top to bottom, every single person on that roster wants to put hands on you. And we know how this roster deals with teams that want to put hands on them. It's not the greatest type of game to come back. So, yeah, I'm not too shocked that he got this timing and rhythm and legs and whatnot late, but this was a winnable game. Shot selection was damning. It was damning. Like, even the defense tonight, it didn't bother me too much. But the shot selection put the defense, you already know they're not good in transition.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Defense that have to get stops even more, like times 2, times 3,
Right.
and bad misses from 3 sparks the other team's fast break. All they gotta do is get the long rebound and get the running. And your defense is always compromised because you all over the place when you just call for you to get set. With the matches you're supposed to get set with it. When you shoot within the flow, like when Porzingis come off that pick and roll Porzingis and he's on the back, it's within the flow. So guys got time to get in a rebound position and get back. I don't mind those threes. And plus, Porzingis is pretty efficient in that. It's when the other things, when they shooting over 2 dudes and Poole shooting fadeaways, fade into the right and stuff. It's like, bro, it ain't even necessary for that, man. Like, you taking a bunch of hero shots. You know what I'm saying? And it hasn't gone well all season, so why y'all keep going? That's all I'm saying.
Like Ray said, it was one from the neck up. It's just did little things. In moments where they weren't hitting threes, we didn't see the Knicks take 5 straight possessions. We like keep shooting it. Ball went inside. It's they continued to attack, and it paid off again. Right, it was so many runouts of stupid threes. Like that whole third quarter run was fueled by dumb shots. And you're not a good enough defensive team to get, you know what I'm saying, to withstand something like that. Because you don't get that.
And look at the next team. They saw a lineup from Brunson to Mitchell Robinson. Pretty much every position they're faster than the Wizards. So you may want to slow it down so they can play your game. Porzingis ain't running with Mitchell Robinson. Kuz may be able to run with Julius Randle, but the power game, once they get the banging, Julius got that edge. I'm sure RJ Barrett's fast for Pittsburgh and Denny and all those guys on the wing. You know what I'm saying? Then Brunson. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you're not going to win that battle, man. And Quentin Grimes, he's athletic. So their whole team can run.
And we saw that tonight as a whole. Shit, Hartenstein was out here running the floor. They were running off those long misses. Like, it was just, again, like, I know we've been saying some of this stuff a lot this season. It matters. Tonight was a night where it was literally shot selection. Single-handed. The half-court defense wasn't bad. I thought they held up pretty well. Like, but you didn't even let the Knicks force you to put you in transition. You did it. You were like, here, let me help you. They were like, cool. But we'll see what happens, man. They got the Warriors coming to the town on Monday. We'll see how that goes. For their sake, the long shots thing. That's not a good.
I'll do that with them.
That's all I'm saying.
That's like in the slugging match with Tyson, though. You ain't winning that, man.
Some things and some people are too classic. Leave that alone. You don't want to trade. Don't be what you were for the Celtics last year for the Warriors.
It's around the same time too.
Don't be that.
Oh man!
I know y'all can't stand it.
What's Golden State record, man? Are they 20-21?
They're like teetering at 500 around.
Hold up, man.
That's all I'm saying. But well, thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate those. As always, we'll see y'all Monday. Now I'm not gonna be able to get that out of my head. But for Cardell, Ray, and myself, thank y'all for tuning in. Which is all of this. Y'all have a good one.